AI for branding. As a former Fortune 500 brand manager, I can tell you that traditional branding is a very slow process. Focus groups, surveys, and analysis bog down the branding process. I'll show you how to speed up branding with an AI tool called M1-Project. This AI will tell us who our target buyers are, what their needs are, and what exactly to say to them. It'll tell us who to partner with and develop an entire marketing plan for us from scratch. It'll even write our advertisements and tell us exactly what settings to use for those advertisements. Let's begin. First thing, create a new business. Put in a website for your company or for a specific product, or even just a product listing from Amazon or another marketplace. M1-Project will then walk you through a series of short questions about your goals, budget, and so on. Next, create a new ICP, which is an ideal customer profile. This is how you identify your target customers, which will help tremendously with developing your brand. You can see a few of my customer profiles here, including Jordan, who works in marketing, and Maria, who is a budget travel enthusiast. The AI will first generate a variety of customer segments for you to choose from. Here I have 5, including marketing graduates who lack real-world skills, mid-level marketing professionals who want career advancement, and entrepreneurs. You can also create a custom segment if you want. I want you to stop for a moment and think about just how powerful this is. The AI tells you your customer segments almost instantaneously. No Google searches, interviews, or surveys were necessary. No weeks of analysis. I'll simply choose one segment, which is the last option, mid-level marketers. Now you present it with different personas. Some of my options are a small business marketing coordinator, an ambitious marketing manager, and an aspiring digital marketing specialist. Let's go with small business marketing coordinator and click next. This is my target persona, Sarah. She is having trouble advancing in her career because she lacks practical skills. She wants to learn from an industry leader. You can see how helpful this information is for developing your brand. For example, you might position your brand around career advancement and use case studies to demonstrate career success. Understanding your buyer and her desires helps you align your brand with her desires. Position your brand as the solution to real problems. You can make multiple personas like these for different brands, for different clients, and even for your competitors. The AI provides astounding detail about the target buyer. This is the stuff traditional brand managers like me could only have dreamed about early in our careers. You don't need to do a lot of research because the AI does it for you. I'll walk you through some of these details with a different customer profile, Maria. Maria is a budget traveler from the Philippines. We can see here her main jobs to be done or what she wants to achieve. First, she wants to maximize travel experiences with a limited budget. Second, she wants to access exclusive discounts to feel savvy. And third, she wants a simpler booking process to reduce stress and save time. Let's say you're building a brand that caters to travelers like this. Based on this information, you could position your brand around fulfilling a travel bucket list without being rich. You'd have different ads, YouTube videos, and social posts focused on each of the main jobs to be done. Now let's look at Maria's pain points. She's disappointed from missing out on travel experiences like specific attractions in Japan that she couldn't afford. She's stressed out because a lot of the discounts are deceptive. She's also facing social pressure and other issues. Let's scroll down to marketing and communication. This tells us where to reach Maria, such as Facebook and Instagram. If we click the 20+ places where she spends her time, we see some influential vloggers, LinkedIn groups, subreddits, and more. The influencers are potential partners for our travel business. We could choose to advertise on Reddit using specific subgroups. There's a lot that we can do here, including just answering questions in these groups to build trust in our brand. We also learn about the tools Maria uses, like KK Day and a Japan travel app. Lastly, we can see what sources Maria trusts. We could be guest authors for these publications. We could pay for ads to show up in these channels, or we could partner with these brands, for example, by co-branding an educational event on budget travel. Now let's get the AI to build us a marketing strategy. Click Marketing Strategies on the left, and on the right, hit Create New Strategy. Then choose your customer profile. I'll go with Sarah this time, the marketing coordinator. Next, choose your goals, such as increasing brand awareness. Choose your challenge. I went with enhancing social media presence and influence. It can be hard to stand out in a crowded market. Now press Create Strategy. It will take a while to process. And just like that, we have an entire marketing plan. Let's start with the positioning statement. For mid-level marketing professionals seeking career advancement, my brand offers practical, real-world marketing courses taught by an experienced industry executive. M1-Project gives me a value proposition with key benefits, including practical skills, expert instructions, and career advancement. The AI gives me recommendations for specific channels. For example, it tells me to develop a weekly LinkedIn article series called Expert Insights, Advanced Marketing Strategies. It tells me to promote webinars on social media and to do guest appearances on industry podcasts. Do you see how incredibly detailed the recommendations are? It's not just vague advice for promoting your brand, but rather specific actionable suggestions. It tells me how to acquire customers with step-by-step instructions and budget recommendation. You can see how much emphasis there is on LinkedIn because that's often where people go to advance their careers. That might not be obvious to marketers who aren't active on LinkedIn or who are in countries where LinkedIn is not that popular. AI helps fill those gaps in your knowledge, things you didn't even know you didn't know. For the brand foundation, M1-Project tells me what tone of voice to use. For example, specific do's and don'ts. I should talk about real-world practical matters and avoid sounding aggressive or condescending. We can also click brand personality traits. This tells us values like practicality, expertise, accessibility, and credibility. It tells me that my personal brand should be approachable and friendly. If we go to content creation, we can tell M1-Project to create posts for LinkedIn or Facebook. For Maria, it made sense to focus on Facebook. For Sarah, who is more interested in career advancement, LinkedIn should be a focus. We could also create social media ads designed to convert those people into customers. Or we can tell M1-Project that we just want attractive headlines to hook the reader's attention. Let's go with a LinkedIn ad targeting Sarah. You get a bunch of options. For example, should the subject of the ad be Sarah's goals or problems, jobs to be done? What should the topic be? Are you promoting a product, a service, an event, a piece of content? Is your goal awareness, traffic, sales, or something else? You also get to choose your copywriting framework. AIDA is the default here, meaning awareness, interest, desire, and action. But you might want to try something else like problem, agitate, solve, or feature, advantage, benefit. The best framework really depends on what you're selling. If your product is really difficult to understand, you want to use some sort of story framework, like before-after bridge. But let's say you invented a new feature with a very clear benefit. In that case, you don't need a complicated story for your brand. Just go with feature, advantage, benefit. Make your choices and hit Create Ads on the bottom left. The AI will write the copy for your ads and give you detailed technical instructions as well. This will help with putting in the correct criteria into your advertising platform. I just show you how you develop a brand completely from scratch and build a comprehensive marketing plan with ads, marketing content, partnerships, and more. You could also use this to revise your current marketing and grow a brand or hit specific goals like raising awareness or sales. Try out M1-Project for yourself to see the power of AI for branding and brand management.